Começando com os jogadores da equipe do Instituto de Córdoba. Número 1, Leonardo Vincosa. 2, Liga. 3, Fausto Bolsa. 4, Alex Negrete. 5, Jerônimo Guerreiro. 6, Nicolas Copelo. 7, Bautista Rossi. 8, Luciano Guerra. 9, Bautista Mogarini. 10, Nicola Pomoli. 15, Emmett Holt. E 23, Ítalo Domicione. E seu treinador, Lucas Vitoriano. E atenção, torcida, se prepare, porque agora vamos apresentar a equipe do Minas. E para recebê-los eu quero chamar o mascote mais querido do Brasil. Vem pra cá, e agora a convocação dos nossos jogadores. Número 1, Jeremy Hall. 2, Fernando Fernandes. 3, Scott Machado. 5, Franco Morali. 8, Danilo Cunha. 9, Danilo Fusaro. 10, Lucas Rodrigues. 12, Rafael Mineiro. 15, Vini Silva. 20, Juan Arengo. E 24, Alexandre Maranhos. Técnico, Léo Costa. E nesse momento, convidamos as equipes a se saudarem. E aproveite e siga tudo.
Good evening and welcome into Arena Minas Tenis Clube in Belo Horizonte, Brazil for tonight's Basketball Champions League America's quarterfinal Game 3 matchup between Instituto of Cordoba, Argentina and Minas Tenis Clube from right here in Belo Horizonte. Alongside Matt Fowler, I'm Craig Feda, and we're so glad you can be with us tonight, wherever you're watching from, around the Americas or around the world. In the USA on FanDuel TV, in South America on DirecTV, and around the rest of the world on the BCL America's YouTube channel and FIBA's Courtside 1891. Well, last night, faced with elimination from the quarterfinals on their home floor, Minas needed a hero, and they found one in young point guard Franco Barale, as he helped Minas pull away late to even the series at one game apiece with a 79-70 win. After the teams combined for a dismal 8 of 49 shooting performance from three-point range on Saturday in Cordoba, they combined to hit 8 of their first 9 attempts from outside in the first quarter. A Scott Machado bomb gave Minas a 62-55 lead late in the second half, with back-to-back threes by Lee Alija, and Emmett Holt cut the lead back to 1 at 62-61 with 7:45 to play. Then Instituto had a golden opportunity to take the lead at the 7:27 mark as Jeremy Hollowell was whistled for an unsportsmanlike foul after inadvertently hitting Nicola Pomoli in the face. Down 62-61, Pomoli missed both free throws and then traveled on the ensuing possession to turn the ball over. Minas responded with a pair of threes by Barali and Rafa Minero to push the lead back to 7. Aliyah would get the lead cut down to 3 again with 3:10 to play, but Instituto would get no closer. And Barale closed out the game with a pair of layups and another triple to extend the series to tonight. Winner of this one goes on to the semifinals in April, as we look at the starting lineup for Instituto. And head coach Lucas Victoriano, it's going to be Leandro Vildosa, Nicolas Copelo, Bautista Lugarini, Nicola Pomoli, and Emmett Holt, same starting 5 as last night. Coming up after this game, it's going to be Game 3 between Quimsa and Franca, after Quimsa upset Franca by 10 in Franca last night. Franca shot poorly again from long distance, missing their first 12 from beyond the arc. Tavario Miller had 23 points, and Brandon Richardson had 16 points, 7 rebounds, and 6 assists. That one is coming up at 8:40 local time in Franca, 7:40 Eastern Daylight Time in the U.S. And tomorrow we resume our other 2 quarterfinals as Flamengo host Paisas at 7:10 p.m. local time in Rio, 6:10 Eastern Daylight in the USA. That one will be followed by Real Estelí and Boca Juniors live from Managua at 7:40 local time, 9:40 Eastern Daylight in the U.S. There we saw the starting lineup for Minas and head coach Leonardo Costa. It's going to be Jeremy Hollowell, Franco Barale, Danilo Fusaro, Juan Arengo, and Alexandre Paranhos. Juanarengo has come out of his shooting funk. He had 13 points on Wednesday, last night. He was 3 of 5 from the three-point range. Hollowell, another good game, 15 points, 8 rebounds. But Franco Barale, 21 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. Our officials for tonight's game: Carlos Peralta of Ecuador, Daniel Garcia of Venezuela, and Orlando Varela of Honduras, 2 of the same 3 officials as last night. Orlando Varela replaces Edwin Quiles. Leonardo Costa, assisted by Joao Otto and Carlos Lima. Lucas Victoriano for Instituto, assisted by Ignacio Barsanti and Ignacio Gianbartolome.
Going to be interesting to see if these teams can get up and down, as they both average over 70 points a game. So I would say, knock on wood, we should see some offensive fireworks today, Craig.
Well, the other question, Matt, is, these teams expended a lot of energy last night, too. Who's in better shape? Who's got the deeper bench? And I think even though Instituto is carrying one more player, they had 4 guys who didn't play last night. And Minas only had 2 that didn't play. So I think Minas actually, despite having a shorter roster, they have a deeper bench. So it's going to be interesting to see how this one plays out. And again, we should mention both teams missing a couple of players. Minas without Yuri Elias, battling an ankle injury, and Luis Montero suspended from the team. He was averaging 14 points and just about 10 rebounds per game, which was good for second in the tournament. Instituto without Thomas Manaki, out with a hand fracture, and Javier Saiz out with a sprained ankle. Oh, how about it? Franco Barale starts off right where he left off last night.
Yeah, great shot to get the scoring started. Let's see if that sparks him.
Lugariti misses the turnaround. And our first whistle.
First travel of the game. We'll see if that continues.
Key travel called last night in that game. My goodness. After the missed free throws by Pomoli on the unsportsmanlike, and then the travel on the ensuing possession. That really kind of sunk Instituto down the stretch.
See, just trying to get to the basket here. I like the mindset, and start with a couple of free throws.
So Emmett Holt, 4 of 7 from the line. Last night he had 12.6 rebounds and 2 assists. Second free throw falls in, and it's 3-2. Now some pressure in the backcourt by Instituto. Minas, better hurry. Ooh, just got it across. Paranhos, top of the key. Shot clock at 4. Now he launches the 3, gets fouled. No, they call it a shot clock violation. Pardon.
Yeah, he just had no clock awareness there, and that was something. I mean, they almost get an 8-second violation right there, and then just have no awareness after that. So that's a bad turnover.
So now Instituto with their first chance to take the lead. Capello bounces it down to Pomoli, and a foul called. No, he steps on the baseline.
On the baseline. Yep. You see here, just going along the baseline, just doesn't understand where he's at, And that's just one of those things that at every level that happens, college, high school, NBA, doesn't matter.
And Famoli did the old throw the head back to try to get the foul called. Again, I'm on a one-person crusade to try to stop that in basketball.
It's not
It's
going to
so
happen.
fake looking. No, I know. Famoli all the way himself this time. Off the glass and in, and Instituto up for the first time.
Yeah, just coast to coast. One-man wrecking crew right there. It's the easy bank off the window.
Tough bucket at the other end. Barale over the outstretched arm of Bautista Lugarini, and Minas have the lead right back. Famoli again, this time working on Barale. Cross-court pass to Vildosa, wide open for three, rattles out, rebound, grabbed by Famoli. No, that's Lugarini, and it's in.
They were fortunate momentarily there, as never leave a shooter that wide open in the corner, but eventually they got burned by the two-point shot anyway.
Kind of surprised Vildosa missed that one. He's shooting 57.7% from three-point range in this tournament.
That's
nice work
nuts.
by Parayos under the bucket.
57%, that's absolutely nuts.
Yeah, there's a few guys in this tournament that are shooting up, and it's legit, too. It's not like, you know, somebody's 2 of 3 and they're 66%.
Right.
This time it is Nicholas Copelo hitting from long range.
See Capello able to get the three-point shot there to go. Well, both these teams have opened up relatively nice shooting within the first 3.5 minutes. And out of bounds there, and turnover, and it will go back to Instituto.
So we're trying to get the
We having a little
loaded here. They were showing all zeros just a moment ago. And I said, well, that's not right. It's 9-7.
That's not accurate. Yeah.
Another three from the corner for Instituto. I believe that was Moli.
Best defense I've seen played. Really good. I'm going to call a foul on that. I thought that could have been a jump ball.
So Parayos to the free throw line. He's a 61.5% free throw shooter.
When you say that and he misses a free throw, is that considered the broadcast jinx, or is it just?
No, I don't think so. A guy who's shooting 61%, I don't think you can jinx him.
Unless you say he should make these, then you can jinx him.
Last night, Tavario Miller for Keemsa was, I think, 11 of 11 from the field. As soon as I said that, he missed.
Nice and one there. Yeah, that's how that goes.
And then the teams, Franca and Keemsa, started out, or was it this game? I can't remember. Done so many games this week. The teams had been shooting poorly, and then they started out 8 for 9 from beyond the arc. I mentioned that. And then they combined to miss 12 straight.
Yeah, that's something. After a pretty free-flowing first 4 minutes and 20 seconds, the referees have clamped down on their foul calls a little bit.
15-8 as we approach 5.5 minutes to play in this first quarter. Raleigh getting it out to Arengo. Arengo pops for three. That's no good. It was good to see Juan Arengo get his shooting touch back. He's shooting 28% from the arc coming into this one. He had 3 of 5 last night. But prior to
nice
that,
and one by Holt.
It was, yeah, he was, Arengo was, I think he was something like 2 for 21 or something. But he's shot much better the last 2 nights. So Holt will go to the free throw line. He's 4 of 7 from the stripe coming into this one, 2 of 2 tonight as Danilo Fusaro sits down. Rafa Minejo on for Minas. Only substitution of the game so far. Holt can't connect on the three-point play, and Instituto lead by 9. Now Hollowell for 3. That rattles in. Jeremy Hollowell hits from outside on his first attempt. And he cuts the lead down to 6. Holt driving from the wing, puts it up over Paraños. Holt with the strong move. And he's got 6.
Tough to stop that in the early going.
Raleigh circles it around. Shot clock at 5. Paraños, the turnaround. That was pretty. Alexandre Paraños turning and shooting over Emmett Holt. And now Lugarini straight on for 3. Instituto starting out hot from long range. They are 3 of 4. And they have a 9-point lead again, 22-13, as Leonardo Costa wants timeout.
Guarini showing his range early. And this team a 9-point lead. Early on in this one. Nice matinee from Argentina.
You should say a prayer, ain't nobody praying for you. Cause if I want it, then it's mine, that's what I'm saying to you. If it's ain't hard, you better leave. You try and cross me, then you dead to me. Cause I'm in the business of making enemies. And there's a good chance that you may never leave. You feeling comfortable, you should never be. Cause I bring the pain if we should ever meet. Tonight, you should really find a lifeline. Outlaws come alive in the nighttime.
Ok? Ô, esporte, vem. Vai pelo Juan. Bora, 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 bora.
Excited for the Men's America later on this year in Managua. It's going to be a great event, as it always is, as we look at the leaders. For Minas, Raleigh with 5, Paraños 5, Hollowell 3. In fact, the only 3 players that have scored. Bautista Lugarini already 8 points for Instituto. Emmett Holt already with 6. And now a little pressure in the backcourt. Hollowell draws the foul, shooting it up over Holt.
There it is.
Yeah,
there
Leandro,
it is.
Yeah.
What did I do? I've never committed a foul in my life. It never happened.
Although you could see Holt's arm going forward. I mean, I think they legitimately believe they didn't do anything, but when you watch the replay, you know, they always think they're straight up and down. And then you saw
If you
Holt's
talk to a
arm
basketball player, if you talk to a basketball player, regardless of what level of play, high school, college, none of them think they ever make a foul, commit a foul anywhere. never happened.
Vildosa around Holt, gets it back to Holt, pass a little too high. Here comes Hollowell jetting up the right side, bowls over Lugarini, and Lugarini called for the block.
That is absolutely a charge. He was there for a full 2 seconds.
I don't think it was quite 2 seconds, but
well, okay.
Maybe
you know
we'll get a look at it.
It felt like it was 2 seconds. Yeah, it was probably about a half a second, but it felt like 2 seconds. But a half a second's a lot of time.
Liga into the game now. Talked about him in the pregame last night, and in fact, in game 1. He's a guy with the talent, even at age 20. Any game he's in, if he gets going, he can absolutely take it over. 6'9", 205 centimeters, long wingspan, athletic. He can jump, he can shoot. He had 17 points and 3 rebounds, 2 of 3 from the arc last night, averaging 8.5 points and 3.5 rebounds per game.
You subtly slipping in the 205 centimeters along with 6'9" for our United States crowd, which includes us.
Yeah, if you say 205 centimeters to somebody in the USA, they're going to be like, what is that, about 8 inches or 12 feet? You know, they have no idea.
Yeah, it's either or. There's no in between. It's either really small or really tall.
So the lead's down to 6 inside 3.5 minutes to play. Lugarini fakes the 3 euros into the lane, gives it up to Vildosa. Aliga stripped on the way up, and he gets fouled. So Aliga will go to the free throw line. I think Paraños, was that Paraños? No, that was Machado asking for... Are they asking for a review? I don't think so. So Aaliyah, 65% free throw shooter. Short on the first.
I should correct myself. We're playing in Brazil.
Yes. Belo Horizonte. A lot of our viewers south of the U.S. border. Lugarini misses the short little hook. And now Minas trying to claw their way back. Machado double clutched on the 3, gives it up to Hollowell. Surrounded by defenders, goes up in the crowd of 4 Instituto defenders, 8 arms, and still muscles it in. And Minas now down by just 4.
See, in my opinion, that's either got to be a block or a foul. You cannot let a player do that.
Now Lugarini on the block, working on Machado. He's got the advantage, but turns it over. Up ahead to Mineiro. Now across to Hollowell, open for 3. No good, rebounded by Silva. Silva lost it, saved in bounds, and that is going to be Instituto ball. Both teams had a chance to corral it there. Both teams had a chance to lose it out of bounds there as well, and Minas ended up being the last ones to touch it. So it'll be Instituto ball with 2:14 to play in this first quarter.
Other than about a minute where there was a number of fouls called, this has been a pretty well free-flowing game that we've had.
If you take the aggregate points, Instituto won game 1 67-60. So they were +7. Minas won game 2, 79-70. So then they were +3. And now Instituto's up 4 with 2 minutes to play in this first quarter. So now Instituto is +1. So these teams very
pretty
evenly matched. We knew this was going to be a competitive series. Pomoli gets his shot blocked, gets it back. Now Machado draws skin. And that, I believe, is the second foul on Machado, and it is.
Ordinarily, I'm with you, Craig. I'm not a fan of the exaggerating contact, but as you see this replay here, get the shot block. Well, yeah, so gets the shot block, goes. Okay, that's a different play, but he had no alternative, but there were defenders around him, so he just said, "I'm going to just fling it up and get a foul call," and that's the smart way to do it.
Yeah.
There's a difference between that and James Harden. Okay.
So Pomoli, a 67.9% free throw shooter on the tournament. His first attempt tonight falls in.
You know, Greg, I was watching college basketball earlier this morning, and we were talking about the differences last broadcast between the NBA and college. What do you think about the held ball versus jump in the college versus the international games? Still laying Instituto there.
I like the held ball in the alternating possession. Now Pomoli for three. That is good. I think just having to do a jump ball, it interrupts the flow, and then you get a guy who might be, 6'9" and can jump out of the building, jumping against somebody who's 6'1", even though the guy who's 6'1" made the great defensive play to tie it up. He's punished for having to jump against the guy who's 6'9".
But the defensive player gets punished, or the team gets punished rather, if the possessioner happens to not be in their favor for the first play.
But it alternates too, so as Arango hits. And the lead cut down to 5, 50 seconds to play in this first quarter. Getting ahead of myself.
I feel like that'll be just a debate. It's like vanilla and chocolate. You just never know.
Now Aaliyah for three. That's good! Leah! The lead is back to 8. Aaliyah came into this one shooting 20% from long range. He's hit 3 of his last 4 over the last 2 games, though. Now Arango. Shot clock at 7. Arango driving on Lugarini. Has his shot blocked by Aaliyah. Out of bounds, and it's going to be Instituto ball with 12.3 to play in the period. Great job by Aaliyah hitting the 3 and then making the big defensive play at the other end.
If you're
That's
Instituto
the kind of
here,
impact he can have.
Yeah. If you're Instituto, you need to go up double digits at the end of the quarter. That'll be a huge momentum swing going into quarter number 2.
Negrete launches a 3. That's good! Alex Negrete at the end of the first quarter does indeed put Instituto up into double digits, 32-21. Boy, you
walks it up.
Dusted off your old magic 8-ball there, my friend.
No, I try sometimes, but you see there, he just was in rhythm with the shot and gets it to go right at the buzzer. Instituto by 11.
So Instituto hoping to, as the number 2 team out of Group D, hoping to take down the number 1 team out of Group C on their home floor. As we look at the shooting numbers, Minas 7 of 13 overall, 3 of 6 from three-point range, 4 of 6 from the free throw line. Instituto 11 of 17 overall, 6 of 7 from three-point range, 4 of 8 from the free throw line. Instituto a 10-6 advantage on the boards, including 5-2 offensively. 4 first quarter turnovers for Minas, 3 for Instituto. Jeremy Hollowell with 8 points for Minas. Franco Barale, 5. Juanarengo, 3. Alexandre Carangos, 5. For Instituto, Lee Alija with 3 points. Nicolas Copelo with 3. Alex Negrete with 3. Bautista Lugarini, 8. Nicola Pomoli with 9. And Emmett Holt with 6.
And it just seemed like Instituto was able to assert their will towards the end of that first quarter and definitely pay dividends. And if you are the opposition, you need to get out on those three-point shooters. You can't allow this level of three-point shooting by Instituto.
One more game coming up after this one. The Battle of South American Titans. Franca and Quimsa. Franca looking to avoid a shock elimination in the quarterfinals for the second straight year. Last year, remember, they were eliminated in most shocking fashion by Uruguayan team Hebraica Maccabi. Now Garra for 3, that's short. This year, Franca facing elimination on their home floor by last year's champion Quimsa, which ordinarily would not be all that bad, but Quimsa barely squeaked into the quarterfinals with a 2-6 record. Beg your pardon, 2-4 record.
There's 4 chances there and bailed out by a foul.
Alongside Matt Fowler, my name is Craig Feta. Thanks so much for joining us live from Belo Horizonte in Brazil. Game 3 of this quarterfinal matchup between Instituto and Minas. Tied at 1 game apiece. Winner advances to the semifinals in April. A big welcome into all our viewers in the USA on FanDuel TV, in South America on DirecTV, and everywhere else on the BCL America's YouTube channel and FIBA's Courtside 1891. Barely got it in. Now the baseline jumper, good! I believe that was Mineiro that hit that. It was.
Big shot for Minas to get it under 10 points, and with the way that Instituto's been shooting threes, yeah, you don't want to be down too much to them.
I thought that was only a 2, but that was indeed a 3. Now Hollowell into the front court, looking to cut further into this lead. He's guarded by Alija. Now the lob. Inside, nicely done. Winnie Silva between a pair of defenders. And now Lucas Victoriano wants timeout as Minas jumping out of the gate in this second quarter, cutting the lead to 6.
See a nice layup there and trim the lead, as you said, Greg, down to 6. And it's amazing what a momentum game basketball is as we get a timeout here on the floor.
(32-26) in favor of Instituto. They led by 11 at the end of the first quarter, but 5 straight points. Has brought the host side back into striking distance at 6 points. Capello into the front court, guarded by Orengo. Over to Guerra. Threads the needle, tried to thread the needle to Lialiga, but Pinheiro steals it out of there. And at the other end, a two-hand dunk for Winnie Silva. And that is not what Lucas Victoriano wanted coming out of that timeout. A turnover and then a dunk. Lialiga for 3, short. Pinheiro the rebound. That's his 3rd already. Now Orengo.
Chance to cut it to 2 or 1 here.
Oh, that was just about in for Rafa Pinheiro. Negrete, he hit that 3-pointer at the end of the first quarter to give Instituto that 11-point lead. Now Guerra fades away and rolls off. Silva the rebound. It's his 3rd. Orengo guarded by Holt. Now Orengo for 3. That is good! Juan Orengo continues the hot shooting.
Brings the lead to only 1, and almost a steal there. Great momentum for Minas.
Now a long 3 attempt from Capello, that missed, and now Minas. They take their first lead since 7-6. Foul along the sideline. Luciano Guerra.
Okay, they did call that a foul. Initially, I thought that was just out of bounds.
I think they called that a foul. I mean, it should have been. Maybe they didn't, based on the reaction of that one fan. He looked pretty furious. Maybe they did not call a foul.
Yeah, initially, they just pointed out of bounds. That's what I saw.
Yeah, and now it's poked away from behind by Capello.
You think that fan's happier now? I don't think so.
Now Holt for 3. Yeah, that was just a bump out of bounds. There was no foul there. And then the steal. But Instituto can't capitalize. Orengo, his floater won't go. Hollowell creating some space. Can't get it to fall. Out of bounds, and that's going to be Instituto ball.
It was absolutely a push-off there, and they didn't call it.
By Hollowell, yeah, I saw that with that left arm.
Yes.
That's why I said creating some space.
What did they say? Ball don't lie?
Something like that. There's Orengo. One of his 3-pointers tonight. Orengo. He's 2 of 2 from the arc. 0 of 3 inside. Holt. Swinging it left side. Open 3 from the wing. Short. Orengo puts the brakes on and gets the offense set up. To Hollowell working on Pomoli. Now inside to Parajos. Count the bucket. And Minas back on top. 33-32 with a chance to go up
No,
one more. Oh,
I
they
don't
did
think
not
that went
count
in.
that. Oh, I
Or
thought it fell through.
either it didn't go in or they didn't count it.
Yeah, must not have gone in, as Piranhos misses both free throws. So
You got to capitalize
Minas
there on that one.
does not take the lead with 5 minutes to play in the second. Lugarini, bottled up by a pair of defenders. Shot clock at 3. Vildosa, and foul before the shot. So it'll be Instituto ball with a fresh 14. Vildosa to Holt. Now Pomoli and Lugarini. Beg your pardon, Copello now to Lugarini. Spins his way, kicks it out. Outside to Lugarini for 3. Nope. Rebound Holt. And then he has it stolen away by Hollowell. He's able to control it in the corner, and it's Minas ball. Now they have a chance to take the lead. Morale for 3. Vildosa. Rebound there. Another 3 on the way. Another miss. Out of bounds, that's going to be Instituto ball. Just over 4 minutes to play.
Game is just kind of hanging there. Yeah, the last 4 minutes to play. It's just kind of sitting there for somebody who wants it.
Three missed. And now Barale with Minas again. A chance to take the lead. Rayos. Hollowell. And it falls in for 3. And now Minas on top.
Just like they drew it up. The shot that's a little bit too long that
Yeah.
hits the rim that bounces up, a la Don Nelson in the finals in 1976. Crashes home with a lead. Is it just me, or was that a very quick 24 seconds? I don't think the shot clock reset for the full 24 there. That was not 24 seconds.
No, it did. I was watching because I was doing the math trying to figure out when Hollowell made that shot. And now at the other end, Pomoli swoops in, lays it in with the right hand, and we are tied at 34.
I guess the game's just going too fast. We can't even figure out.
Well, we can
got?
blame the time. We can blame the time change here in the USA.
Yes, we can.
Plus, you're 2 hours behind me time zone wise, so we're all discombobulated.
And there, as it bounces straight up and comes back down, I like a bit of that happening if you try to do that on a shot.
Now Hollowell driving baseline. Giving it up to Piranhos. His short little baby jumper along the baseline is good. 36-34. Piranhos now with 7. Pomoli open for 3. Splash! Hollowell fouled.
For our viewers at home, we will get the score bug up at some point.
So Hollowell to the free throw line, 3 of 4 tonight, 78% on the tournament. Second offering up, missed, but he tracks down his own rebound. He knew that was going to miss, and he knew where it was going to go. How's that for a crafty veteran? Machado swings it right side, Banero. That's good!
Minas beginning to assert themselves here.
Coming up on 1 minute to play. Now Instituto. They answer at the other end. Alex Negrete again from three-point range. Negrete now with 6. Rayos, did he travel? He did. 37.9 to play.
It's a perfect opportunity to go 2 for 1. Yep.
Tied at 40 with 1:06 to play. Second quarter. We are back in a moment live from Minas Tenis Clube in Belo Horizonte. Knotted up at 40 apiece. Just inside 40 seconds to play in this second quarter. Alongside
As
Matt
I said
Fowler,
before the break,
my name
this
is
is the
Craig Beta.
perfect opportunity to go 2 for 1 here.
They are, they're going to have to hurry, and Minas not pressuring him in the backcourt. It leads to the easy reverse layup for Negrete. Lucas Rodriguez out near midcourt. Yeah. Shot clock 4. That three-pointer short. Negrete the rebound. He's not going to be able to get a shot off, but a foul called.
That's a terrible foul. What are they doing? That is terrible. You need to be aware of shot clock and game clock.
Yeah, they had
timing.
Negrete bottled up. He wasn't going to get a shot. He wasn't even facing the basket. So Vildosa to inbound. Oh, and Aaliyah would not counted had he been able to throw that down. So the second quarter comes to an end with Instituto on top by the score of 42-40 as Minas walk off the court kind of looking at each other, saying, we almost gave up a quick one there. How did that even happen? But fortunately for Minas and the home fans, they did not. Minas, 14 of 27 overall for 51.9%. 7 of 14 from the arc. They're shooting very well. 5 of 10 from the free throw line. Instituto, 15 of 33 for 45.5%. 8 of 16 from three-point range. So both teams right at 50%. And both teams at 50% from the free throw line as well. Minas with a 19-18 rebounding advantage. Instituto with the edge on the offensive glass, 8-6. 5 turnovers for Instituto in that first half. 7 for Minas. Jeremy Hollowell, 12 points for Minas, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. Franco Barale, 5 points. Rafa Manero, 6.6 boards in the first half. Winnie Silva, 4 points, 3 boards. Juanarengo, 6 points on 2 of 2 shooting from the arc. Alexandre Parayos, 7 points. For Instituto, Lialija, 3 points. Alex Negrete, 8. Nicolas Copello with 3. Bautista Lugarini, 8. Nicola Pomoli, 14. And Emmett Holt with 6 points. And Matt Fowler, this one's close as we expected it to be. Shake up that magic 8 ball. What do you see in the second half?
Oh, see, now you're putting all the pressure on me with the magic 8 ball. But what I see,
well, when you sit in the color chair, that's the kind of thing you got to do.
Yeah, no, that is true. What I see coming in the second half, hopefully, is better clock management by both teams at the end of quarters. But realistically, if you're Minas, you cannot let Instituto keep shooting this barrage of threes. Regardless of how well you shoot, you need to play defense on the other end. And with 10-minute quarters for it to be 42-40, that's an indication that there hasn't been a lot of defense played. So better 3-point shooting defense, and also you just have to be a little bit more aware of the foul game, aware of who you're fouling, and definitely where you are on the court in relation to the out of bounds lines. We saw a number of turnovers, I think 3 or 4, that related to just being at the wrong place at the wrong time.
Minas did improve defensively in that second quarter. They gave up 32 in the first, but just 10 in the second. As we head to the second half with Instituto up 42-40, a berth in the semifinals at stake. And we are back with second half action live from Belo Horizonte in just a few moments.
eles estão usando. O clube lançou um jingle incrível na voz do Rogério Flauzinho. Nós vamos ouvir agora, e para você ouvir todo, você pode acessar o nosso canal oficial do Minas no YouTube. O Minas completando 90 anos e você acompanha o nosso VT no telão.
Se transformando, conectado com atitude, mistério presente, paz e saúde, no corpo e na mente, peito aberto sempre frente, todo seguro, muito além do horizonte, enxerga o futuro, coração na certeza, não estamos sós, todos juntos, em uma só voz. Minas, gritando pela frente, Minas, é amor que se sente, Minas, gritando pela frente, Minas, é amor que se sente, Minas, gritando pela frente, Minas, é amor que se sente. Minas, 90 anos de histórias e um futuro tanto pela frente.
Ele está no telão, o mascote mais querido do Brasil, sensacional. E atenção, torcedores, neste momento o amor está no ar. Câmera do beijo no telão, veja. Aê, que beleza. Que mais? Os apaixonados manifestem, vai. Beija, 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 agora. É seu momento. Vai. Quem mais? Beija, 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 beija. O amor está no ar e na arena. O Max quer beijar também, joga aqui na primeira cara depois, hein? Aê! Sensacional! Vai, Max, sua oportunidade, Max. Depois de 40 anos sem namorar, eis que o Max consegue namorar. Beija, 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 vai! Aê! Beija, 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 vai! Um pouquinho pro lado, do outro casal, um pouquinho pro lado. Aí, ó, beija, 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 beijinho, vai, agora, vai, beija ela, vai, beija, 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 beija.
Welcome back to Minas Tenis Clube in Belo Horizonte, Brazil for quarterfinal game 3 between Minas and Instituto. These teams have played 10 quarters, and if you tally up the points, they are dead even after 10 quarters. The winner of this one will advance to the Basketball Champions League Americas semifinals next month. Alongside Matt Fowler, my name's Craig Fada. Welcome back to our fans watching in the USA on FanDuel TV, and South America on DirecTV, and everywhere else on the BCL America's YouTube channel. And courtside 1891. Instituto led by 11 after the first quarter, but Minas outscored Instituto 19-10 in that second quarter. Crawl back to within 2. Holt kicking it into the corner for Copelo for 3, and that is good.
Inside that rotation, nice three-point shot started off here for Instituto.
After the miss, the lead remains 5. Here comes Vildosa. Over to Lugarini, open for 3. Splash! Bautista Lugarini!
Two three-pointers to open it up for Instituto, and for Minas, using way too much shot clock tonight. Well, as I say that, they got a pretty good shot off, but it's just a lot of standing around if you're Minas, and it's too much.
Hollowell couldn't connect to answer at the other end. Shot clock winding down, and a foul before the shot. was on Barale. Barale with the great game last night, 21 points, 5 rebounds. He's been quiet tonight. Just 5 points on 2 of 4 shooting. Now Pomoli, his runner into the lane, too hard off the glass. Fusaro to Arengo. Now back to Barale. Hollowell to Piranhos. He's doubled. Kick out to Arengo. Now into the corner for Fusaro for 3. That is good.
Ball movement. It's all about ball movement. They just said they were standing around. That time they didn't. They swung it around to the right corner there, and easy 3-point shot.
Now Holt spinning. Up off the glass over Arengo. Strong move by Emmett Holt. First 2-pointer of this third quarter. And now Lugarini getting it to Pomoli.
Get a chance for 3 fouls there. There was one coming out of the scrum. There was one on the shot, and then there should have been a technical for hanging on the rim, but maybe that's just me.
Well, I think he was going up for the rebound, and there was a player under him, so he had to kind of grab to catch himself so he didn't get undercut. But I thought there was one at mid-court that could have been called as well.
If you're a fan of Instituto, you have to like the way that your team has started out by hitting 2 3-point shots and being aggressive around the rim. And if you're a fan of Minas, you got to speed it up a little bit. You can't get run out of the gym.
And the lead is 9, 52-43, just 2 points off the biggest lead of the game for Instituto. Now Barale for 3, back iron. Vildoso the rebound. You look at the stat sheet, you think, boy, Vildosa's been quiet. He's just 0 for 1 from the field, but he's got 3 rebounds and 5 assists. So he's making some things happen. Shot clock at 5. Vildosa driving, getting it to Holt. That won't fall. Vildosa fighting for the rebound, but Arengo out of there with it. He pushes the pace. And now Minas into their offense. Piranhos facing Lugarini. Lugarini blocks the shot. Huge block by Lugarini. As Leonardo Costa pleading with the official. Instituto wanted the unsportsmanlike there on Arengo.
I was just going to say,
fast break.
Yeah, and based on how apparently that's called an international play.
And they
are.
Yep, they are calling the unsportsmanlike. I believe that is the right call. Arengo made no play on the ball. Just grabbed him around the
way
waist.
that
so
rule
that will
is
be
written, yeah.
That'll be 2 shots for Pomoli and the ball for Instituto. Pomoli swishes the first. Gets the lead back into double digits.
This is a huge strip down. It could either be a 4 or 5-point play opportunity potentially.
So the lead back to 11. Matches the biggest of the game. Pomoli can't hit it, but he gets the long rebound. Now Capello for 3, short. And Danilo Fusaro Has a wheel go out from under him, draws the foul, and he will go to the line. Fusaro, 74% in the tournament, has not shot a free throw here tonight. So Minas kind of dodged a bullet there. As you said, that could have been a 4 or 5 point exchange there. Instead, Instituto just comes away with 2 to match their biggest lead of the game at 11, which is no great thing for Minas, but it could have been much worse. As Fusaro hits both free throws, he's got 5, and the lead is 9. Lugarini at the other end with a quick answer.
It was all set up by that pass. That was a great pass.
Now Arengo splitting the defense, lost the handle. I think he maybe wanted to get Fusaro, but then Fusaro started to cut, and by then Arengo tried to maybe get it back, but then lost it out of bounds. Saw him signaling to Fusaro after that play. Coming around 5 minutes to play in this third quarter. Instituto with their biggest lead of the game at 11. Holt tries the bounce pass to Copelo, and Copelo says he didn't touch it, and it went out of bounds off of Minas, but I don't think they're going to review this.
Again, no player ever touches the ball off of themselves. It never happens, right?
Vildosa and Holt both signaling for a review. I don't think, if I'm Lucas Victoriano, I don't know if I challenge it here. You're up by 11, and they do review it, or they don't review it, but they change the call. So it is going to be Instituto ball.
Yeah, if you're reviewing things with 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter as an officiating crew, it's one thing if it's a challenge. But if it's just like an officiating crew reviewing something with 5 minutes left, it's not a flagrant or something like that, what are you doing?
Well, I mean, they want to get it right, regardless of when the time is, as Nicolas Copeo's long three-pointer misses wide right, but a gift falls into the lap of Leandro Vildosa. And he gets the reverse layup to put Instituto up by 13, and a timeout for Leonardo Costa. (58-45) with 4:56 to play in the third quarter. Minas fighting for their life. Minas trailing by 13 points. Just under 5 minutes to play, third quarter. Minas have had opportunities. Go ahead.
I just wanted to revisit the review there. It's my understanding you can't, unless it's under 2 minutes in the fourth quarter or at halftime, review a play if it's not a flagrant or something like that. That was more my point there. Obviously, they want to get the call right. But reviewing with in the third quarter, going to the monitor, that's something I have to say.
Turn around by Hollowell along the baseline. Tough shot. My goodness. And the lead back down to 11. Pomoli Now Lugarini out to Holt. Shot clock at 6. 3-pointer around the way. Capello!
Rhythm shot. He just was there at the right time. Top hop 3-pointer and a 14-point lead for Instituto.
Hollowell tries to answer. Air mails that one. You don't often see Jeremy Hollowell miss that badly, but a little too much oomph under that shot. As we look at the replay on Nicolas Copello's 3-pointer just a moment ago to give Instituto their biggest lead of the game. 14 points. Holt on the handoff to Vildosa. Pomoli skidded in the paint.
Everyone in blue wanted to travel.
I don't think he dragged that pivot foot, though. I think that was a good no call. Now Machado, step back, nothing there. Gets it back from Hollowell. Now Hollowell for 3. Missed that one as well. Rebound in the corner. That should be Minas' ball. But it's saved inbounds and a foul.
That went from bad to worse to worse.
Yeah. I thought that was going to go out of bounds off Instituto, but somehow they managed to save it. And then, as you say, Minas commit the foul.
When it rains, it pours sometimes.
So the foul was on Minejo. He comes out. I beg your pardon. Fusaro came out. Franco Barali comes back in. Pomoli out for Instituto and Alex Negrete in. Oh, the little hook won't fall in for Lugarini, rebounded by Minejo. And if you are a fan of Instituto, you hope they don't try to waste time too much because it's not that late in the game yet. You don't have that big of a lead where you can just run the clock down 20 seconds every possession and, you know, hope to hit a bailout 3. And you also hope, if you are a fan of Instituto, watching in Cordoba, Argentina, along with Leo Margo and everyone else, that they don't fall in love with the 3-point shot too much. They are 11 of 21 for 52%, but you can't assume you're going to shoot that percentage the rest of the way. So run your offense, get good shots, and stay aggressive if you're Instituto. Minas in the zone now. Holt on the handoff to Negrete. Steps back from 18. Air ball.
Isn't that what you just said, Craig? You can't do that. You can't wait until 22 seconds have elapsed and then hope for a bailout shot.
Yeah, pretty much. But the lead is still 14 with 2 minutes to play in the third. Yeah.
Yeah. If you're up by 25 points, then just play your game, and who cares if you miss some shots, and you'll probably be okay. But not finally.
That 3-pointer way off by Barale. That was so bad that it almost looked as if the defender tipped it, but I don't think he did. Now Negrete at the other end with the left-hand take. And the lead is 16. Coming up on 1 minute to play in the third quarter. And again, they settle for a 3 that gets missed, but Vildosa gets the rebound. And I think there's a shot clock issue. Yep. Yeah, they reset it to 24. And it should be 14. And then they're going to run a couple seconds off of it. Nice work by the officials, keeping track of the clock. Again, our officials tonight, Carlos Peralta, Daniel Garcia, and Orlando Varela. Very good crew as always. Now Negrete driving past Arengo, the floater. Now Arengo for three from the right wing. That is good! Now Negrete cut off along the baseline out to Alija.
Negrete had a three-point shot right there. He should have taken that.
Oh, soaring in from the right side and throwing it down with the right hand, Bautista Lugarini.
Never mind.
Arengo drawing the foul on Aaliyah. The shot will not count. Let's look at that dunk again. Oh!
Just coming down the lane.
Right up.
Yeah, that's one of those. Just get out of the way. You don't want to be on the poster for that one.
Lugarini showed some nice hops there, as did Alex Negrete on the previous drive that he did not connect on the layup. But Negrete at 23 years old has those young legs, and at just 6'4" and 192 centimeters, he can really get up there. Now Minero, does he travel?
No, he just didn't get the shot off.
Didn't get the shot off, yep. So at the end of 3 quarters, Instituto 10 minutes away from advancing to the Basketball Champions League Americas semifinals in April, leading by 15 over Minas, which won Group C with a perfect 6-0 record. As we look at the shooting numbers, Minas 17 of 41 overall, 41.5%, 9 of 25 from the arc, 7 of 12 from the stripe. Instituto 43 of 52 overall. Their percentage has dropped some for 44%. 11 of 22 from the arc, though. They are still at 50%, right where they finished at the end of the second quarter when they were 8 of 16. Instituto 8 of 12 from the free throw line. Instituto also with the advantage on the glass, 32-27. And 12-7 offensively. 9 turnovers for Minas, just 5 for Instituto, taking excellent care of the basketball through 3 quarters. Individually for Minas, Jeremy Hollowell, 14 points, 6 boards, 3 dimes. Franco Barale, 5 points. Danilo Fusaro, 5. Rafa Minero, 6 points, 7 rebounds. Winnie Silva, 4 points. Juan Arengo, 9 on 3 of 3 shooting from the arc. Alexandre Paraños, 7 points. Leandro Vildosa has 4 for Instituto. Now he's got 6 rebounds and 7 assists. Lee Alija, just 3 points, but having a lot of impact in there. Alex Negrete having himself a game, 10 points. Nicolas Copello, 9. Bautista Lugarini, 15. Nicola Pomoli, 16. Should mention also that Lugarini has 7 rebounds and 4 assists. Emmett Holt, 8 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists. So we head to the 4th quarter with a berth in the semifinals at stake. Minas have some work to do, trailing by 15. Alongside Matt Fowler, my name is Craig Fada. Thanks so much for joining us. Hope you've been enjoying this one. Instituto led by 11 after 1 quarter, by just 2 at halftime, and then outscored Minas 23-10 in that 3rd quarter to take this 15-point lead into the final frame. This one identified ahead of the quarterfinals as one of the two that were going to be most competitive. The other one, Real Esteli and Boca. However, Quimsa and Franca have split their first two games, and in fact, Quimsa with a chance to win that first game as Emmett Holt commits the unsportsmanlike, and I'm not sure what Lucas Victoriano is incredulous about there. He's very clearly grabbed the player, did not make a play on the ball to stop the fast break. I mean, that's the very definition of an unsportsmanlike foul there, unless he was incredulous at Holt for doing that.
Right. It's kind of like a parent who will never take responsibility for their kid's bad behavior. You know? No, Donnie clearly didn't steal the cookies. I mean, I know his face is covered in chocolate, but no, he didn't steal the cookies.
Mignot steps up and strokes both free throws to cut the lead to 13.
I mean, I get it. It might not be that simple, but it's a pretty good analogy, don't you think?
Yeah. I mean, his hand clearly caught in the cookie jar right there.
It's just...
And now Arengo. Cuts the lead down to 11. And Minas will get the ball back on the alternating possession on the held ball, as we discussed in that first half.
And I know all these players have in their younger years better feeling as if this was a soccer game. Because, you know, the gesturing and the posturing is at an all-time high with soccer.
So the foul on Pomoli. Is that his fourth? If that is, that's going to be a problem for Instituto. Pomoli with 18 points. That is his fourth foul. So they are going to have to play a good stretch of this fourth quarter without arguably their best player, Nicola Pomoli. Second free throw by Fusaro missed, but the rebound offensively by Silva, and now Fusaro has it blocked out of bounds.
It's going to be very difficult for Minas to outscore Instituto by 15, just tie it here in the fourth quarter. They were down by 15 to start the quarter, but we've seen crazier things happen.
Yes, we have. Big rebound there by Negrete. And now Vildosa working on Arengo, getting into the front court. Now Vildosa pulls up. Nope. And the fans
now the easy shots
here in Belo Horizonte starting to get into it. Arengo for three. Splash! Juan Arengo gets the lead down to 7. And Lucas Victoriano wants time out. An 8-0 run to start the fourth quarter for the home side, and the fans here at Minas Tenis Club are ecstatic as their team tries to claw their way back in with a berth in the Final Four on the line. Minas heading into the fourth quarter looked like they might be dead in the water, trailing by 15. But an 8-0 burst to start the fourth has them back to within 7. And the fans have come alive. 8.5 minutes to play for one of these teams, unless it goes to overtime. Now Negrete pulls up and silences the crowd momentarily. Orengo, guarded by Aliyah. There's got to be a mismatch somewhere. Orengo takes it all the way himself. Doble la falta! Orengo will go to the line to try to complete the three-point play. Orengo turned on the jets, got past Aliyah, laid it in with the left hand, and drew the foul.
Just an amazing
Orengo
shot.
has not shot a free throw in this game. He's 9 of 10 from the stripe in this tournament. And he completes the three-point play to cut the lead down to 6. Orengo, 8 points in this fourth quarter already. He's got 16 overall. He's 6 of 9 from the floor, 4 of 4 from three-point range. Outside to Aliyah for 3. That is good! A huge three-pointer by Aliyah, and he's got 6 now. And the lead is back to 9. Remember, Aliyah came into this game shooting 20% from three-point range. He was 2 of 3 last night, 2 of 3 tonight so far. And a foul on Leandro Vildosa. He is one of the most expressive players out there and always talking with the officials. Orengo trying to shake Holt. Shot clock at 6. Holt gets a hand on it. And now
I said that's a kick ball, but they pointed the that doesn't.
Yeah, that's why I was kind of
doesn't make
stunned
sense.
into silence.
No, that's not. That shouldn't be a turnover. That's just a kick ball. Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, I guess that's what we're doing. Okay, ball don't lie.
He kicked it himself. Yeah, he kicked it himself and retained possession. Yeah, that shouldn't be a turnover, I don't think. Oh, the tough shot over Holt for Barale. And the lead back down to 7 at the other end. It won't go for Vildosa, but the foul is called. We'll go back to the
I've never seen that. I've never seen a
sheet here.
turnover from a kickball.
Yeah, it's just in the stat sheet as a turnover ball handling, which, okay. Nobody on Minas seemed to dispute it, though, as Vildosa.
Is that a rule in international play that we're not aware of? That's the only thing I can think of, apparently.
I don't know.
For those of you watching at home, we are the smartest people on the planet, so we usually don't get things wrong. No, we are capable of getting things wrong, but that is very odd to us.
Yeah, and the issue is, I mean, you know, we're so used to NBA rule books, and then, you know, you call college games, high school games, you know, the rules all have little tiny variations, and then you come to international play as well, and there's tiny variations here, And sometimes you get kind of that deep into the rule book and you think, okay, what's the call on this? And you don't have the rule book right at the ready. The officials that only work international play, like these guys do, they would know what that call was immediately. So the fact that Minas did not dispute it leads me to believe that they got it right. Or we missed something, which is entirely possible.
Okay, I
because
see it.
Again,
it's a deliberate kick. If it's deemed a deliberate kick, then it's a turnover.
So I wonder if he tried to kick it back up into his own hand.
It didn't appear that way. It appeared to be
Barale, the
accidental,
floater
but
from
whatever.
14. I guess maybe if you benefit from the kick to yourself, I don't know.
I just looked it up, and that's what it said. So I get why it does that, but that's not even what happened.
Negrete missing from 18. Fusaro behind the back. Euro left-hand lay-in won't go. Tough rebound by Silva. He puts it up. No, Liga the rebound. Nearly thrown away. Ooh. Instituto. Some acid reflux in the backcourt there for a moment. Now Holt has it stolen away by Fusaro. And Fusaro with the left-hand lay-in. And the lead is down to 6. Vildosa for 3. Tried to sell the foul. The officials were not buying.
He did try to sell the foul. That's one of the best jobs, regardless of success I've seen. Yeah.
And now Arengo fouled on the pass. An excellent job by the officials not buying that call, as that foul whistled on Holt as he fought his way through the screen and then fouled Arengo.
We learn something new every day, Craig.
Minas have outscored Instituto in this fourth quarter so far. 15-6. Arengo hits the first free throw.
You get strobe lights for hitting the first free throw. That's cool.
They usually do on every made basket here in Minas for the home team. The second one falls in as well.
Yep, I think that's a little excessive. I mean, 2-0, get the strobe lights going. Come on.
So Arengo now 19 points as Minas down by just 4. Pomoli back into the game, draws the foul on Fusaro. That'll be his third. So looking at the foul situation for Instituto, both Pomoli and Holt, 4 fouls apiece. Nobody on Minas with more than 3. And in fact, Fusaro, the only one with 3. With 4.5 minutes to play. And I'm just throwing this out there. Last year in the quarterfinals, I think we had 3 overtime games. Just saying.
Okay.
And I think 3 of the 4 series went to 3 games. Oh, the open 3 from the right wing. A huge bucket there for Nicola Pomoli, back into the game with 4 fouls. And the lead back to 7.
If that actually happens and we go to overtime, we got to go to Vegas. I'm just saying, because if you can predict that 4 minutes to go with a 7-point difference, then you're pretty good.
I mean, I'm not saying. I'm just saying. Pick and roll to Aaliyah. Score it with the left hand. Beautifully executed textbook pick and roll leads to the layup for Aaliyah and a chance to complete the three-point play as Instituto trying to weather the onslaught by Minas and close this series out.
There's not going to be any overtime if Aaliyah has anything to say about it.
And Aaliyah can't get the lead back to 10. Now Hollowell outside to Minejo for three. Hollowell gets the rebound. Hollowell, yes, that is absolutely the right call. Hollowell lowered that shoulder and committed the offensive foul. Yeah, no
Hollowell goes in. Yep. This is not the NFL. You cannot lower your shoulder and run into someone.
We saw him get away with one earlier, but that time he got the whistle.
Is that that push-up you were talking about?
Yeah, with that left arm. When I said generously that he created space.
Yeah. This was worse. He created a hallway.
And look at those fans behind the Instituto bench trying to will their team back into it. Absolutely love the environment here in South America at these basketball games. They bring the soccer vibe with the drums and the horns and the singing all game long to the basketball environment. I remember, I think I mentioned this the other night. I can't remember if you were on the call or not, but watching Davis Cup tennis in the 80s in South America. And Pomoli commits the offensive foul at the other end, and that means his night is done. A huge loss now for Instituto as Pomoli fouls out. With 3:06 to play.
We'll see.
Yeah, Minas, or rather Instituto, without their leading scorer, Pomoli with 21 points, 5 rebounds. A long three-pointer from straight out is good! Franco Barale closed it out for Minas last night. Can he rescue them tonight? And a steal by Minejo. Arango missed the layup as it was blocked, and it goes out of bounds. It'll be Minas ball.
Well, the fight in Minas has just not worn off. Instituto has tried and tried and tried to put this thing away, and they have not been able to. And we're in for a really good 2 minutes and 25 seconds, and maybe more.
Again, Instituto led by 15 heading into this fourth quarter. Minas got to within 6, or rather 4, just a few moments ago. After a pair of free throws by Juan Arango. I think they're talking about possession, and this is going to be a challenge. With 2:25 to play, we will go to the monitor. Don't forget, coming up after this one, it's going to be Franca and Quimsa Game 3, which honestly not many expected based on Quimsa's performance in the group phase. So ahead to Arengo. There's the block.
I don't think you can tell there.
Not from that angle, not real clear. The game in Franca. Look at how high up Negrete got. That angle, it looks like it went off
anything,
Aliga.
I do think, yeah.
The game in Franca scheduled to start at 8:40 local time, 7:40 Eastern Daylight in the U.S. We will have that for you. And the call is upheld. I don't think there was enough evidence to overturn, and any evidence on that video did appear that it looked like it went off the hand of Aliga. So with 2:25 to play, Lucas Victoriano loses the challenge, and it's Minas ball with 21 on the shot clock. Now Barale, guarded by Aliga. Tried to get it to Mineiro, who cut. Barale thought Mineiro was going to be camped out in the corner and threw it away.
It's a huge turnover. If Instituto comes down here and scores, they go up by 8 or 9 as opposed to being up only 4 or 3.
Negrete on the handoff to Aliga. Bodied by Mineiro. Mineiro wanted the offensive foul. Nice move by Lugarini. Puts up the floater over Hollowell, and Hollowell whistled for the foul. That's just his second.
That's the first time that I've seen a look
line.
As you see, yep, there's definitely a foul there. And he did not ask what he did wrong. I think he knew that it was his foul. And acknowledged it. Weird, we don't see that normally.
Lugarini misses the free throw. He was 6 of 9 coming into this one. He hit his only attempt earlier, but a miss there. And the second one falls through. For three, just missed. Big rebound by Hollowell. He goes up in traffic, can't get it to fall, but he will go to the line. 77-70 with 1:48 to play.
Goes up, plethora of defenders around him.
.45 to play.
They call a foul going the other way?
Not sure. Let's have a look at it. No, that's got to be defensive.
I thought I saw the referee point.
I don't know. He was in the, looked like he was in the restricted area too. What did they call here?
You saw.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I think they must have, like I said,
yeah, an offensive foul on Negrete. Yeah. Arengo loses his footing, puts up the three, can't get it to go. But a foul on the rebound. And you hear the fans starting to chant MVP for Franco Barale. Barale with 10 points in this one. He had 21 last night in a clutch effort for Minas. Misses the first free throw, though.
These free throws are killer. That's 2 now that Minas have missed.
The foul, by the way, was on Capello. That was his 3rd. Second free throw good for Barale. Capello into the front court. 1:20 to play. Instituto nursing a 5-point lead on life support. Capello all the way himself, misses the layup with the left hand. He's got to get up and hustle down. Machado left side to Arengo. His 3 blocked. Hollowell fighting for the rebound. I saw one official signal for Minas. The other official hesitated. It looked like he was going to point it for Instituto. It looked like it went off Hollowell. My thought was that it went off Hollowell, but
I think this will be one that they'll look at, and it could be easy to determine. I think they'll look at it just because of the time remaining.
Yeah. I thought that went off of Hollowell.
Are they reviewing it, or are we going to, like,
they are,
who called timeout?
They are going to review it. So again, we will see the same angles as the officials. There's the block. Okay, doesn't go out of bounds. There's Hollowell. There's Negrete. Ooh, did Hollowell touch it, though?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so.
That ball change direction. I don't see that ball change direction. It goes off of Instituto.
Yeah, I think that went off of Negrete unless we see a different angle.
I think Hollowell did his best Matrix impression and somehow avoided touching the ball.
So, okay, there's... Re-racking it all the way. And this is a big call here with 1 minute to play.
I'm calling Minas ball.
Okay, it definitely stays in bounds. Definitely Hollowell there. Definitely Negrete. Does the ball change spin? I don't know. I think the ball changes spin. Then maybe it looks like it brushes off of Hollowell just above the right knee. Oh, man.
Well, what was the original call?
I don't think they made an original call. I saw one official.
I don't think they made one either.
The trail official signaled for Minas.
Hang on. Well, they're showing the replay that the officials are looking at. If you see a replay of just this shot here, we can see who called what.
So the official in the corner doesn't make a signal. Now the official in front of Lucas Victoriano, he held his arm out as if to signal Minas, but yeah.
He's signaling. If you look at him, he's signaling review, which is an odd way to signal that, but that's what he's doing.
He calls dead ball, and then he points, and then he makes that circle signal. So I don't think that he signaled. Oh, this is going to be a huge call, Matt. What's your bet? What's your bet?
I say
and it is Minas ball. Yep, they're going to say it went off of Alex Negrete, and I think that is the right call. There was just not enough evidence to overturn that Hollowell may have gotten a hand on it or that it brushed the upper part of his right thigh before it went out of bounds. So I believe this is the right call.
You're trying to tell the coach you can't stand there.
So the lob into Hollowell nearly lost it. Outside to Arengo. Arengo guarded by Elia. Elia can't stay with him. And a foul. Yeah, I think that's a good call as well. There were two players over the back.
It's a good call, but you
in
can't.
The paint.
But you can't do that. You can't do that if you're Instituto. You can't do that because that play was going nowhere, and you can't commit the foul.
Pinheiro, the first free throw is good with 50 seconds to play.
Minas, if you were just to have made those last few free throws, this would be completely different. But as it is, 3-point game.
So with 50 seconds to play, it is indeed a 3-point lead for Instituto. Minas have come almost all the way back. They trailed by 15 heading into this fourth quarter, outscoring Instituto 24-12 thus far in the period. And a timeout by Lucas Victoriano. Fourth quarter shot chart for Instituto. They're not shooting terribly. They're 4 of 9, 2 of 3 from three-point range. Instituto, on the other hand, they've put up a lot more shots. They're 2 of 7 from three-point range. 4 of 8, it looks like, from two-point range. Those all coming in the paint. And then, of course, the free throws. The problem for Instituto, they're not shooting themselves out of this from long range. They're only 1 for 5 from 15 feet and in. 2 for 6, I guess.
If you're Minas here, you just got to play good defense. You've fouled your way back with this one-possession game. Don't panic. Don't foul. Play good defense.
Say the same for Instituto, in fact. Negrete with 5 to shoot. Trying to get past Arengo. Turns from the right elbow, misses badly. Lugarini, the rebound, but a shot clock violation. Not a good offensive set there for Instituto. It was Alex Negrete and no one else. He was forced into a tough shot by the good defense of Juan Arengo. And even though Instituto still has a 3-point lead, it feels like all of the momentum and the lead are with Minas. As Leonardo Costa takes time out.
Now,
Don't forget, coming up after this
bit...
one, it's game 3 between Franca and Quimsa. Again, the game between Franca and Quimsa will get underway in about 35 minutes. Unless this one goes to overtime. I think they will push back that start time by a few minutes anyway.
Yeah, I was just going to say that that'll probably be pushed back a little bit, just given how long this has gone. But a little bit of a conversation, maybe a little too early in the clock, but do you foul if you're Instituto if they take it all the way down under 5 seconds?
That's a good question. Now Barale working on Aaliyah. Step back three for Barale. Aaliyah might have gotten a piece of it. Orengo caught it out of midair. Now Orengo for three. His shot blocked by Negrete. Orengo tried again, and the rebound pulled out of there by Lugarini with 9.9 to play. What defense by Instituto, blocking a pair of three-point shots. And then a big offensive, rather defensive rebound by Lugarini.
I don't think the second one was blocked. I think
the third one was not a three-pointer by Orengo, but his three from the corner was. Then he caught it and put up another one. That one was not blocked. That's the one that was missed. And then Lugarini got the rebound. So Lugarini to the free throw line. He's 2 for 3 tonight, 6 of 9 coming into this one. Hits the first. Huge, huge free throw there. And he drains the second. It's a 2-possession game now. 79-74 with 10 seconds to play. And Minas take timeout. Lugarini now 18 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists. Instituto have been playing without their leading scorer, Nicola Pomoli, who fouled out on an offensive foul with 3:06 to play.
Some of these shots, these three-point shots by Instituto, it just seems like in crunch time, the 50-50 balls have gone their way.
Some of these highlights are just incredible. Barale hitting from 3. Barale tonight 11 points after his 21-point effort last night. Juan Orengo, another great game, 19 points.
At this point, you need a three-pointer. You can't go for a quick two.
Well, I think you take what the defense gives you because you can always foul and then try to get 3 on the next possession. Orengo, oh, he had it. Now Hollowell for 3, missing. And the rebound stolen away. And Instituto will go to the Final Four with a 79-74 win over Minas on their home floor. What an incredible game. The defense by Minas down the stretch in the final minute. And a pair of clutch free throws by Bautista Lugarini with 9.9 to play send Instituto on to the semifinals.
Great game by both teams. Instituto just wanted it a little bit more today. And you can see they're having fun, deservingly so.
I can't believe any of those guys have any energy left after this game. They played their absolute hearts out, as did Minas. So Instituto wins the series 2-1 and they are on to the semifinals. Nicola Pomoli leads all scorers with 21 points. Bautista Lugarini had 18 points, 8 rebounds. For Instituto, for Minas, Juan Arengo, 19 points. Jeremy Hollowell, 15 points and 8 boards. Franca and Kimsa coming up in about 30 minutes. Matt and I are going to hop on our virtual private jet to Franca and bring that one to you. For my partner, Matt Fowler, my name's Craig Feda. Again, the final score, Instituto 79, Minas 74. Thanks so much for watching, everybody, and so long for now.